Stomach and duodenal ulcers. When the body eats itself, your stomach contains one of the most aggressive chemical environments on Earth. Hydrochloric acid, pH close to battery acid, powerful proteolytic enzymes. Yet most of the time your stomach survives. An ulcer is not weakness. It is failure of a system that usually works perfectly. The stomach does not rely on a single defense. It uses a multi-layered biological shield, a thick mucus gel that traps bicarbonate, a pH gradient that turns acid harmless at the surface, tight junctions sealing epithelial cells, continuous regeneration every few days. The lining renews itself. This is not passive tissue. It is active, dynamic, intelligent biology. An ulcer begins only when multiple defenses fail at once. An ulcer is not inflammation, not irritation, not gastritis. It is a structural breach. The mucosa is gone. The submucosa is exposed. Acid directly digests living tissue. Once that happens, pain becomes irrelevant. Bleeding and perforation become inevitable. To understand where most ulcers form, we need to look at the anatomy. The stomach connects to the small intestine, and the first section is called the duodenum. Most ulcers form in the duodenum. Why? Because acid arrives there unbuffered, pulsatile, and aggressive. But gastric ulcers are more dangerous. Why? Because stomach ulcers occur where cancer can develop. A duodenal ulcer almost never turns malignant. A gastric ulcer sometimes already is. Over half of humanity carries Helicobacter pylori. It survives acid by creating its own alkaline microenvironment. But here is the modern insight. H. pylori does not cause ulcers by acid alone. It reprograms immune signaling. It disrupts epithelial polarity, stem cell renewal, tight junction protein expression. Recent studies show it alters WNT and NFB pathways, creating fragile, poorly regenerated mucosa. The immune system attacks the bacterium, but the stomach wall pays the price. NSAIDs do not burn the stomach. They silence its repair system. By blocking COX enzymes, they suppress prostaglandins. Without prostaglandins, mucus secretion falls, blood flow drops, epithelial turnover slows. The stomach does not feel pain immediately. It collapses silently from the inside. In Zollinger-Ellison syndrome, protection is intact. The problem is signal amplification. A gastrinoma floods the bloodstream with gastrin. Parietal cells become hyperplastic. Acid secretion becomes extreme. pH stays low day and night. Ulcers appear. Beyond the duodenum, multiple at once, resistant to therapy. This is not injury. This is biological overload. Ulcers bleed when erosion reaches arteries, not capillaries, not veins, arteries. This is why bleeding can be sudden, massive, life-threatening. Modern endoscopy can stop it, but without intervention, mortality rises fast. When the ulcer penetrates fully, acid escapes the stomach. Chemical peritonitis begins immediately. Bacteria follow. Pain becomes explosive. The abdomen becomes rigid. Without surgery, survival drops dramatically within hours. Chronic gastric ulcers do more than persist. Repeated injury creates genomic instability, aberrant stem cell clones, epigenetic dysregulation. Recent findings show ulcer margins may harbor premalignant fields, even when biopsies appear benign. This is why modern guidelines insist a non-healing gastric ulcer is cancer until proven otherwise. Healing an ulcer means restoring control. Acid suppression reduces injury. Eradication removes immune disruption. Blood flow and regeneration recover. But recurrence depends on cause removal, not medication duration. Ulcers are not accidents. They are predictable, preventable, mechanistically explainable. The stomach does not fail easily. When it does, biology is sending a warning.